Hello everyone, for my fourth video for the day. As a thank you and a surprise video, I guess. I'm going to talk about a movie I just saw that was different and unique as a horror film, in my opinion. And it's called Nosferatu. Clearly they made an original way back, black and white version. And they made this one. Yeah, I say this one was really strange and disturbing at the same time for me, at the least, since I'd never seen something like this before. To put it in perspective, first, this is not for kids for nothing. Your kids cannot ever see this. And two, kind of explores into the history of the plague and other factors. But before I go into the movie itself, I'm going to try to not spoil anything, but redact a few things because it's that unique in a way. Please hit the notification bell down below so you can see my videos first when they drop, when you're notified. Comment down below. Share and like my videos. I know I'm saying it out of order, but I'm getting through it and getting through to you guys one way or another, so I'm not too worried about that. And my channel is at HistoryBuff 2.0. You will see a Guardians logo. Can't miss it. Now to the movie itself at this point. So how this starts off is when I think her name is Hella or Ella, one of the two. Should have bad hearing part of the time. Someone's a demon named Nosferatu. I guess for a company or something like that, as she mentioned. After a while, she brought this curse upon a small town who is trying to survive day to day, like simple town or city, in other words. So, simply after the fact, she meets somebody, Thomas, trying to prove himself, and goes into this shady firm, and this shady manager, he's shady. Throughout the film, you'll see why he's shady. I don't want to explain it because it's too explicit. He's shady as hell, and then his wife told him not to go there, but did it anyway. His manager for the firm, before it closed down, sent him to a castle in the countryside where this demon presided. We didn't know at first he was going to do this extra stuff I'm going to mention, but not all of it because it's too crazy for me to even explain. He signs this deed for the house he's going to reside in later in the film, called all this havoc and death and destruction. So when he does that, he does things to Thomas that are horrific, but just not good in general. And when he escapes after trying to kill him, meanwhile his wife is mainly a conduit to this demon because she woke him up from his nap or something like that. Of darkness. Nap or darkness. So, as a result from that, Nosferatu goes to this town or city through a plague ship and kills off the sailors one by one, then crashes it into the city. Rats and everything comes out of the ship in the whole 9 yards. The city goes into chaos. People start dying. It's not a pretty sight to see. And the person who was Nosferatu's minion, he caused a lot of damage, and then he got institutionalized. Then, after the fact, escaped, brought his master over to the castle, and once he brought him to the castle, he told him stuff that wasn't good at all. Told him instructions that she needs to, how to say this correctly without being rude about it, just so those two can shack up in bed, in other words, to end this curse, in other words. And I'll be basically frank with this. This movie shows a lot of sexual intent. And frankly, it's too much of it. If it's just too much, and frankly, as a horror fan, it was a turn off for me in a lot of ways possible. So basically, his friend loses his wife and kids, and shortly after that, the friend basically just dies where his wife and kids are presided at, in a cemetery. Once that happens, in other words, the three men, the doctor, the professor who's played by William Dafoe, who is a brilliant actor, and the actor who plays Thomas, he's a good actor too. I forgot his name, but he's a good actor. No question about it. And the person who played Ella or Helen, what are the names? She did a darndest job too. The things I heard and the things I saw were just unique and scary at the same time to see. So how it ends is just, how to say this correctly, it's just messed up beyond degree, and frankly, I don't want to mention it, but I'm going to. She fulfills the prophecy, of course. And again, what I'll mention is kind of like to willingly sleep with her, I guess, to break the curse. And as a result, the conduit, which is him and her, just check out after that. If I want to be honest about this film, it was unique in its own way. Yeah, I give it that. But the Nosferatu character could have been a little bit more better. And his intentions could have been a little bit more better too, to be frank. But overall, though, the story was unique in its own way. We have to give it credit. And this takes place, I should have mentioned this first, but I forgot. This takes place in Germany in 1838. So, that's new for me as a horror fan to see. Going back that far in Germany and going through all this. Why I just explained. It's a good film. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna dock points because of the things I mentioned. Too much sexual things. Look, sure we can add it in, but not too much. But add in way too much of it. I'm sorry to say that, but the director's kind of messed up on that. So, basically after that, Nosferatu looks and intentions were just iffy-ish, in my opinion. I don't blame the actor who played him. The actor was phenomenal. He played it, and he played an a-hole in John Wick Chapter 4. So I don't blame the actor who played Nosferatu. I don't blame him for that. It's just the character could have been more fleshed out, in my opinion. But overall, though, it was a good film, but things could have been adjusted a tiny bit, in my opinion. Other people might think differently, but those things were changed, could have been a whole lot better, 10 out of 10 for me, but I give it 8 out of 10 for those reasons. But that's all I gotta say about this film. Just, main warning is just your kids can't see this, period. They just can't. That's all I gotta say on that factor. So that's all I already gotta say about Nosferatu. If you've seen the film and know what I'm talking about, tell me what you think below in the comments. Because it was different for me in a different way. The only film that made me think like this was Cannibal Holocaust. And that was a shorter film compared from this. And I saw this on Peacock, and it was the extended version. But a film made me feel like this was Cannibal Holocaust. And it kind of messed it up a tiny bit. Cannibal Holocaust is a little bit more better. But overall, though, that's all we gotta say on this film. So again, thank you for your love and support for this channel. I greatly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart that you guys will be here. And thank you for showing love for my previous videos I made earlier this morning. They're getting views, so thank you for that. Greatly appreciate it. Please hit the notification bell down below so you can see my videos drop. Comment down below, share, and like my videos as well. That's all I got for now until roughly tomorrow, and go from there. So may God bless you all, stay safe, and see you roughly tomorrow. So, that's all I got for now. See you.